Hi everybody, Robert
and Julia
with Buggin' Me TV. Sorry, it's our first joint video together, and I actually had some nice lapel mics that I bought, and I forgot in all the excitement of what we were bringing with us today to hook up. I forgot to bring them with us, so I apologize. We'll make sure we do it on the next one. That way when I set the thing up to record what we're working on, you'll actually be able to hear us wherever we are in the RV. So, what are we doing today, girl?
Forgetting the hooks for the Christmas ornaments that I brought to decorate the RV as well. So,
yeah.
Fair game. We both forgot something.
It's always something, you know. It's always something. But so what else are we going to be doing? What's the plan for today? What are we working on, or what have we already worked on?
Well, we started the diesel generator. Luckily, our neighbors just left, so we were able to push this side of the coach out, so we have a little more room to work with. But we've got all of the tech set up in the dinette. We're going to be setting all of that up for our Apple TV and entertainment purposes. I've already got the Christmas decorations up, so that'll be viewable here shortly.
Some of the Christmas decorations.
Some.
A few.
And the foam for the cabinets.
Cool.
We're going to be doing that so that they'll be quiet during transport. This rolling earthquake.
Awesome. So what we did kind of off camera is I replaced the diesel. If you remember on the first walkthrough, I had the diesel cap that I put just a temporary on there. It didn't have the lanyard on it. The new one came. It is a Freightliner replacement part, so we went ahead and put that on there already. We also went through, and I'll go ahead and switch camera angle. And what we did do is all of our keys right here, we actually have these marked because we have, this is basically just for our entertainment outdoor. And then this set of keys right here is the keys for our bay. This is for our bay and gas and all that good stuff. And then we have the keys right here, which is for our overhead bed bunk that's right up above my head. And then obviously we had a spare key here for the big super slide that she was talking about that we just put out there. So we already got that in here. And so now what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get set up. I'll go ahead and show you kind of what we got laid out on the table, where it's going to be going, and what we hope the end result is actually going to be. So we're on a kind of a limited timetable today because we both have to go do our eye appointments and everything. So we got on a limited timetable, but I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get it all done. I've already set everything up and tested it at the house, so it should just plug right in. It'll just be a matter of figuring out, okay, what button goes to what, and do all of that. The good news is we actually know what the mystery remote was for.
Yeah.
It's actually for our HDMI multiplexer, which I'll show you here in just a minute. So, you ready to get started, girl?
Yep.
Awesome. So, let's go on real quick, and I'll kind of show you. First things first, I'm going to go wide. And I'm going to show you. Now, this is just with half of the slides open. So, this is just with half of it open, which is the super slide that runs the entire length all the way to the back. And there's the bug. And then, so you can see it's already gotten a lot wider than it was before. I mean, you can easily walk through this. The other thing I did this when we got here first thing this morning is you can see my handy dandy screwdriver here. I went in and I tightened up this mechanism right here because the screws, this one needed to be tightened up. This one here is actually stripped out. I think it was pulled on a few too many times, so I may have to find just a little bit bigger version of that screw to put that in there, or a lock washer or something like that, something that'll actually put some tension on it so that it will actually lock properly. But basically we figured out, okay, you know, when you're walking around, you're not looking at it. If they both go to the right, it's unlocked. If they both go to the left, they're locked. So for us, it was just kind of, you know, we had the thing closed up. We couldn't actually see anything. So that's kind of on us. The other thing I'm going to do here real quick is I'm going to go ahead and turn the power of this on. And we're going to go ahead and unlock this. And there you go. You can physically hear it unlock. And now I can open it up. And Girl being
I'm freaking out about labels and tags and things right now, folks. The pillows,
Yeah, there's pillows everywhere in this place. So I'm not sure what they were thinking about giving accessory pillows to everything, but she's removing that. And then she strategically placed the Kleenex box over this tag, which annoys her, which is basically there to warn people not to sit in these seats when it's in motion because they're not secured to the floor.
And there's no seat belts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just common sense.
Yes, there's seat
It
belts.
doesn't grow in everyone's garden, so I understand why the label is there. But
yeah, they have to make labels because somebody did it.
yeah.
So both of these seats have seat belts, so we don't have to worry about that there. The one thing I do want to show you now that this is opened up is the bed here. Now that we can actually walk by, like you see, just having that one slide open, we can actually see the floor. We can actually walk through. If you watch the other video, you can see all of the drawers. We've got drawers for everything. We can open this up, and like she said, there's more pillows. There's those other seats for the dining room table we were talking about. I have an HDMI extender back here that allows that signal to pass through into the TV. I still have to figure out how to get this TV off of the wall because it is a hard mount. It's not like a shelf or anything like that, or a hinged door like some of the Fleetwoods are, so that I can open that up. So I got to figure out how to get that thing off because I really want to make this TV bigger, and I'm just going to make a panel that attaches to this so that it's on a hinge and I can open it like a cabinet and put a bigger TV on that, and then I can use the cavity behind it to put another Apple TV back here where it's dedicated. So if I don't want to just use the one in the living room area I'm setting up today and just push that out, we can each watch something different if we want to. But you can see it actually does have quite a bit more room, and now that she's actually made the bed, it looks a whole lot better than it did. So anyway, without further ado, we are going to talk about the tech. And obviously you can see here we're getting started for Christmas, some light up stuff, but we got a bunch more stuff coming once we get this other stuff done.
This smells really good.
Yeah, I got these little cheap Arm & Hammer pucks at the gas station this morning that will just pass a nice little scent through the place, make it smell a little bit more like home. So, but here's the tech. If you watched any of my shorts that I have on YouTube, you'll see that I kind of showed this off yesterday. Now that we're mentioning that, please make sure if you like the content that you guys go ahead and like and subscribe, and then punch that notify bell. That way you get notified when we post new content. This is something new for us. We want to hear from you. We want to get comments from you. We want to see if there's things that you want to see or questions that you have. Again, this is totally new to us, so we have no idea what we're doing. We're just kind of learning as we go. But that said, the technology field is my field. I've been in this industry for 28 years now. I'm currently in it. So this was a pretty easy sell here. This is all equipment I already had at the house, with the exception of the Apple TV 4K. I had to buy another one of those because the ones that I have at the house are spoken for. So this right here is an Amplify, and I'll see if I can bring that in. It's an Amplify from the Unify Labs, and this basically is a router and Wi-Fi system. I've got my cables back here to hook up the two devices hardline so they can talk to each other. I've got my Apple TV, and I've also got my Mac Mini M1 silicone. This was actually a computer I was using for work daily, and now that I've upgraded to the Mac Studio, this guy was just kind of sitting there doing nothing, so I figured I'll go ahead and bring it along and use it for something. It's been updated to Ventura, which is the latest OS. I got the keyboard and the mouse for it, and then here I have 3 Samsung S7 2TB SSD drives. So they're super small, super compact, really light, and just a simple USB-C multiplier, so I can actually plug them in and I can hook up to 4 of these together off of one USB-C. I've been using this at the house now for probably about a month, so I know it works. I'm just going to be plugging it into this system, but I've already got that all hooked up and tested. So where is it all going, you might ask? The answer is up here in this cabinet. So up here in the cabinet, you can see in the back there's 3 outlets, and I've already kind of removed some of the cabling back there. All 3 of those transformers, they had them spread out. They had 1 on each outlet, and in this case, I'm going to be plugging my stuff in there, so I want to make sure I have the outlets opened up and it's a lot easier. But then right here in the front, we have the HDMI multiplexer, and it came with a Blu-ray. So how this really works is actually pretty cool. So this little remote right here corresponds to everything right here. So if I want to change the main TV from the DVD player to an auxiliary like the Mac or the Apple TV, all I have to do is hit this one and you'll see it change. Now obviously I don't have anything hooked up to it right now, so it's not going to do anything but Blu-ray. But you can see here that they've already got additional HDMI cables that they gave me. So they were nice enough to hook that up, but I did come prepared and I brought some HDMI cables with me just in case. And then I've got the Blu-ray remote is right here. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start hooking this stuff up. It should be pretty simple. It's basically power, and then all these pieces are hooking to one another, and then figuring out which HDMI cable goes to which feature on the HDMI multiplexer. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing down, and then once I get it hooked up and we start getting ready to do some testing with the remotes, we'll be able to show you all that. Okay, everybody, so here's where we're at right now. So we went ahead and decided we put the televator away, we shut things down. One of the things that I didn't account for was the fact that Apple requires you to have an internet connection so that you can authenticate the downloaded videos are yours. So it was wanting to go through and recatalog all of my media, burn through all my 5G on my hotspot, and it was just slowing down to a crawl. So I'm going to do some more homework, possibly pull the equipment, take it home, let it do its authentication and everything, and then talk to Verizon. I'm supposed to be on an unlimited plan, and apparently it's not as unlimited. So I'm going to have to talk to them about getting a hotspot and find out how I get a true unlimited on that, or I'm going to have to research Starlink or somebody else. Looks like the girl's standing on her tippy toes. Maybe I'll come down here to her level so she doesn't have to do that. But anyway, I'm going to switch it around and let Miss Girl do the Vanna White thing.
Showing the results of the foam we added so that the cabinets wouldn't
Yeah, so now, you know, if you remember that other video, if not, you can go ahead and go back in the playlist in the RV Newbie series and look at the first video where I actually showed that there was a lot of play here. That play is still there a little bit, but now you don't hear it pounding against the cabinetry when you do it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do all of them right now. I went ahead and locked up. Sorry about the little finger creep there I had. So just that's my technical thing. I'm an IT guy, not a camera person. Okay, I'm not a cinematographer. Anyway, I will get better though. We went ahead and locked the dishwasher back up. Turned off all the TVs. We did cut all the plastic off of this bed. This bed is like laying on a brick, so it is definitely, if you like firm or extra firm or slab, this is for you. Julia and I prefer to have our purple bed, so we're probably going to end up buying another one of those, maybe in a Cow King, and then we're going to have to cut it to size, which they say you can do. You can. I have a set of the electric carving shears coming, so that when we're working on this piece right here for the cat, doing the pet proof series on this, I'm gonna have it anyway. So they actually have a procedure online you can look up that walks you through how you can cut that down. So it'll be a Cow King because the width is the correct on a Cow King, but the length is longer. So I'm gonna have to cut about 4 inches off the entire end of the bed, as opposed to if I did a King, I would have to rip it going this way, which I would rather not do. I'd rather just go straight across. So yeah, basically buying a $2,000 bed and then cutting it up. But that's what I'm willing to do to make it a comfortable feel for my woman. That's what it's all about, people.
Good sleep makes happy people.
Yes, happy wife, happy life is probably a better way to say it. But yeah, we'll be bringing some more Christmassy things in here as we go down the road. Right now, it's just kind of, again, you know how we roll. Come out, figure out what we're doing, what we're not doing. We're learning a little bit more each time we come out. So once I figure out the IT piece, I'll probably post another video. Definitely I'll post a couple of shorts once I figure out what's going on. So make sure, again, you guys hit that like and subscribe so we know that what we're doing actually matters to you guys out there in YouTube land. And hopefully, if you guys have any suggestions on, what you've done to these cabinets to make them not make noise or things like that, definitely comment on it too. We'd love to hear from you. So anyway, quick, and we'll see you guys on the next one. So you guys have a lovely day, enjoy your weekend, and happy holidays.